Hey, I'm Brian, hanging out backstage at Warped Tour 2011 in Scranton with Jesse from the Aggrolites. What's going on?
How's it going, man? Pretty good over here.
Not too bad myself, and I'm guessing you're having a pretty good day here in Scranton?
Yeah, it's not too hot today. The Warped Tour has been really hot, and playing in that amphitheater, it was actually a nice, cool day. So, yeah, having a great time, good audience. The kids were really into it. They had a big, they even did like this crazy bunny hop thing during our set, which was pretty funny to see after the crowd for I Set My Friends on Fire. Those kids going nuts looked like they were doing some martial arts on each other. So big difference, but crowd was into it. It's cool.
Yeah, I think I would say that's definitely a big switch up. Hey, that's what Warped Tour is all about, right?
Definitely. Diversity, yep.
Any bands you're watching this year?
You know, I'm really happy to be on the stage that we're on because the bands that we're playing, with is like really great music. Lucero's one of them. Street Dogs are good friends of ours that we've known for years. There's Big D and his Kid Sable. I really got hip to Larry and his Flask. I met them last year sometime and never really got to hear them or see them until the Warped Tour. So that's a great band running around here this year. Other than that, yeah, Pepper. I mean, there's a lot of great guys, Expendables. So
definitely a lot of great bands. There's always great bands on Warped Tour. I don't think you can ever go wrong with that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Now, you came out with a new album earlier this year, correct?
Yeah, we came out with an album called Rugged Road, which is a series of 45s. We always wanted to we put out one 45 in the last 10 years or 9 years, so that's what Rugged Road was. We put 45s out, and it's a compilation, is the album. And then also, just exclusively for the Warped Tour, right now we are selling a live album. It's called the Aggrolites Live, and you can only get it here. So after the Warped Tour, we'll figure something out, but as of now, it's only sold at the Warped Tour.
Cool, I'll have to check that out. And when is an actual normal new album coming?
Probably, we're busy touring all the way up until November or so. So I'm hoping we could start writing a new one and recording, or demoing at least by the end of the year. So I'm hoping for next summer sometime, or hopefully even spring.
Just in time for the summertime. That's the perfect time to listen to that kind of music.
Definitely.
What is a cool tour moment, at least of recent?
A cool tour moment. Just the other day, we were in Boston, and standing in the back, getting to see the Street Dogs play their hometown, and in that amphitheater. And it seemed like right when the second song hit, I mean, the crowd was into it, but right when the second song or third song hit, it started to rain. And being in the amphitheater when it rains is a good time slot. And that whole thing packed up, and they killed the show, and I had goosebumps the whole time. Another one was Larry and his Flask is a band that's just going around playing in the around the vendors and around the tents and stuff, and getting to see them perform main stage. They got to get on main stage a few times on this tour, and seeing them go from like just performing around the Warped Tour in the street, getting up on the main stage, and man, that was another experience. There was just goosebumps seeing the way that they took that crowd and controlled it, and everybody got into it. So
that's definitely respectful right there.
Oh yeah.
What's something cool about the band that no one would be able to Google or know about?
Something cool about the Aggrolites that no one would be able to Google. I don't know if that's cool. Or just weird, or what?
It could be both, whatever you want it to be.
Well, we always talk about listening to straight, soul and funk and reggae, of course, and being influenced by just those things. But you'd be surprised with a lot of the music that some of the guys in the band listen to. It's very versatile. Our bass player Jeff listens to a whole lot of Cuban music and Brazilian music. I could get into pretty much anything, and yeah, we big diversity, diverse when it comes to the music we listen to.
Diverse is definitely good. I found there's a lot of bands that definitely have a diverse taste of music here.
Oh yeah.
So, For when your next upcoming album comes out, anything you want to specifically do on that album? Any new things you want to work with the band, or producers or anyone you want to work with?
We've never had a producer, and I feel strong about. I'd like to get a producer in the mix just to see what they, to help with any ideas that we haven't came up with, or just put their 2 cents in and kind of be the overall, seer and everything. So as far as producers, I have a few in mind, but I'll keep quiet until we decide on who.
I think that's a good thing, because you name someone big that people are like, oh my God, it's so exciting, and then it never happens, and don't want to be a disappointment to the fans. And what's a dream band that you'd like to go on tour with, or at least play a show with?
I would honestly, as far as a band that I would really like to go on tour with is Go-Go Bordello. We've opened up for them a few times, and just it seems like they're right up our alley with the energy and the show, and their audience seems like it's a really open-minded audience that could understand what we're about, Those Go-Go Bordello guys, Oliver Charles, the drummer, used to be in a band with me before we had the Aggrolites, and I know that all those guys are like really into reggae, and I could see that being a really amazing tour and opportunity for us to expose ourselves to like new people.
Are you a sports fan at all? Any of the guys in the band into that?
Our organ player and our bass player are huge soccer fans. They love, they say football, but out here in America we call it soccer. So yeah, they're into that. I'm not. I never was good at sports. That's why I picked up a guitar. I was too into playing the guitar and singing and stuff rather than throwing a ball around. I could, but it wasn't really my interest.
Yeah, I think we're both on the same boat there. Well, I am a big sports fan. That's the difference. But if I go to play, I completely suck. We're not all athletes.
Yeah, skateboarding too. I'll fall when that thing's on the grass.
I think what counts though is that you make the attempt, that you tried.
Yeah.
Any other stuff you want to talk about or throw in at random?
I think we got it all there. Thanks for having me. Thank you very much.
No problem, man. I'm Brian, hanging out with Jesse from the Aggrolites.